So my whatchamacallit is, do you feel like men make better appearance than women? Yes or no?
No.
Come on, let's not be biased. Come in. I want you to come in, friend. I want to talk to you.
I'm really talking to you.
All right. So why do you think women make better appearance than men?
I think he's equal with it. Both of them are.
Huh?
I think like it's
Tell me why you feel like women make better appearance than men. Because I personally think men make better appearance than women. And I'm not saying this because I'm a guy to be biased, but I'm just saying this from personal experience. So give me your opinion why you think men make better why you think women make better appearance than men?
I think both do. Both. It depends on the person how they carry themselves and everything.
You think so? Alright, here's why I said men make better appearance than women. The reason why I say so is because men have structure. And most of the time women are always all over the place. You guys sometimes take on more than the average person would take on. And I'm not saying one is better than the other, no doubt. But I'm just saying, if you notice, whenever a man speaks to a child, it's received different from when a woman speaks to a child. You get me?
Yeah.
So it's like this, right? The kid will quicker to violate the mother than the father. Most of the time. Because the mother is more of like a in a nurturing way, and the father is more like, okay, well, some fathers for the most. The fathers be like, yo, this is the plan and that's what we're gonna do. That's what I'm saying. Like we stick to the plan. The mother might vary a little bit. And most of the time, if you notice, like a real man in a household, we got it figured out for the most. Like, who always die first when it comes towards the man and the woman? The man always die first, right? Who takes on most of the responsibility? No, 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 you know that's a lie.
It depends on the person, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes like the kids listen to the mother, sometimes the mothers could be soft, the mother could be strong.
True, and it could go both ways most of the time. But I'm just saying, like, for the most, like if you had to leave the kid with the father, the grow up, the structure of that kid would be different from the mother most of the time.
Yeah, like me and my brother, we didn't grow up with my father. My mom basically raised us, and look at that, we came out as good kids.
True. No, I'm not saying you're not gonna come.
Like, you know, like it depends. Like I said, some women like to spoil the kids and everything. Some women doesn't. Like me, I got my child. I be sometimes hard on her, sometimes I be easy on her. I'm telling her what to do, what not to do. Right?
Right.
Because her dad's not in her life like that. So.
But if you notice, most of these kids that get in the streets get killed in the streets.
Yeah.
Who raised them?
It depends. Like.
No.
The mother or the father too.
Huh?
For me, it's either way. It depends who raised them. And I truly kids nowadays, way different.
A fact. With every generation, the kid is gonna always change.
Yeah.
There's always gonna be a shift in every kid. Every 10 years, the generation will always share. But if, like, even my wife, I spoke to my wife and I said, who you think make a better parent, me or you? And she complimented me and she says, you do make a better parent than me. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said before, a man is more spot on when it comes towards the welfare of a kid. That's a real man. I'm not talking to these bum ass niggas that got their pants off their ass and don't know shit from shit. I'm talking like, we're gonna have to detour.
I have a friend, like, he basically, like, because his baby mother was my friend too. But the way she raised her kid with no manners and everything,
Right.
he took the custody from her.
Right.
But basically still the same thing, because the kid went the other way. I'm like, did he finish school, smoking weed, hanging out with those people? It's either way, the way raising him.
Right.
He followed his mom's footsteps.
Right, but I want to give you an example, right? You know when parenting goes left? Parenting goes left when the kid think you guys are friends. That's when parenting goes left. The minute the kid understand that you're the parent and you're the child, it will always work. But the minute you decide to be that little nigga friend, just know it's never gonna work. Because you want to be down with the kid, you want to smoke weed with the kid, you want to be the little nigga friend. It's the same thing as a boss, right? If you and your boss is cool, what you gonna do? You're gonna start coming late, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna talk to the boss anyway, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna have that respect that you have for the average person, where you just talk any way to the boss, right? Right. So if you structure yourself with this kid and be like, yo, this is what we're gonna do, the kid will follow that. And if that nigga gotta get bust up sometime, we're not talking like you gonna kill a nigga and shit.
You could have made it right here and take through Bronx down.
It's not too late. We got it. But I'm just saying, overall, I think a parent, a male makes a better
No,
parent.
but like it's true what you said, because like my friend, he started raising his son, but they didn't giving him like stuff. He become his friend. They be smoking weed together and everything. And look at him now. It's a different route.
Right. But once you establish parenting, like, okay, this is the plan and this is what we're going to stick to. Put it like this: once a person understands themselves, you can't go wrong. And that's just with any human being. Once we understand the role that we're playing, parent, kid, can't go wrong.
No, but once you become a parent and a friend to them,
It's never gonna work.
They take advantage of it.
Right. So you got to make sure that it's parent and kid. I always tell my daughter, I'm your parent. I'm not your friend. So I'll be the villain. Let me be the villain. I want to be the nigga that you don't like. But they still love you though. You know what I'm saying? Because once we establish that, then we're good. All right.
And I was telling my mom, like, these kids nowadays, it's not the same thing the way I was younger.
Oh, definitely not. Definitely not. 10 years ago, and 10 years before that, and 10 years before that, the generation has been declining. But like I was mentioning, if you think of all these kids that's been raised, that's been killed in the street, who are most of them raised by? Their mother.
Not like some of them, like, yo, some kids in the street, they 12, 13 years old in the street. I like, my daughter's 13. She don't know what to be in the street or hanging out with friends like that. She's
Right.
a home person.
Right. Which that's where you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be in the house
In the house.
at certain time.
I be telling them, like, yo, these kids, they man young in the street, catching the bus so late and everything. Because the other day when I went to Target, like at 6 o'clock in the night, I see these little young kids in Target and everything. I'm like, where is their parents at?
And who's raising most of these kids? Kids raising kids.
Yeah.
And most of them is even mothers. But I'm saying women do a good job at the end of the day. I have to commend them. The women do a great job, but there's more to that. You know what I'm saying? There's way more to that. And most of the time, these girls, they just want to have a good time. And they would rather not give the kid to the father because of their pride and their egos and whatever beef they got. Because
It
most
was like another lady who, she used to be like my neighbor. She was a mother and a father to her daughter, and I don't know where her daughter just changed. Like she started going left. Like she's mad young, smoking weed when she was 13, hanging out with the wrong people and everything. And I was like, I see you lost her. You lost her to the street.
a fact. And that's one of the easiest things to do.
I know you. She tried all her best to change, like stop her and everything, but she never listened.
Right. But this is where both parents is needed. And I personally think when it comes to this kid stuff, if, okay, we didn't work out, but if we can be, what do you call it? If we could co-parent together, it will work. Because one thing I learned, one thing my daughter taught me, she thought me and her was cool, but the minute me and her mother became friends, we was not cool no more. Because now she can't lie to me about the shit that she's doing. Now she can't get over on me. And now me and her mother, we have the same agreement. And once kids see that, they like, yo, if I was gonna lie to this, because my daughter was playing me out. Like my daughter would say she's such and such and such and such, and then her mother call me, be like, oh, you know she's not such and such and such. And I'm like, oh, that's what she's doing. She's playing both of us out because she know we don't talk. But the minute me and her mother became co-parent, it was a wrap for that shit.
No, that's true what you're saying. Some kids be taking advantage. Like, oh yeah, my mom said yes. And my mom said no, let me go to my dad. My dad
Right.
said yes.
Because they play us, they pit us against each other because they know we're beefing and we're not gonna talk. But I see it like this. Don't beef with your baby mother. Yield to her, see her needs. And then when you guys get that kind of understanding, then you guys could communicate however you want to communicate. But it's gonna be rough in the beginning. But co-parent is needed. Co-parent is definitely needed. And people need to just leave all this baby mama drama, all this child support bullshit, and just throw that shit out the window and work on being good co-parent. Because I personally think the system don't want black families together. They don't want us together. They don't want to see Spanish people and with their family and black people with their family. They like when we're apart. When we're apart, they make more money. So we just need to set our differences aside and work on co-parenting, even if we're separated. But like I said before, in closing, fathers make better parents.